Everyone buckle up because this one is going to leave you stunned. Fans have been shipping them for months, years even. And now the queen herself, Song Hye-kyo, has just confirmed what many of us suspected but never dared to hope would be true. Yes, it's finally happening. The beloved South Korean actress Song Hye-kyo has opened up like never before, sharing incredibly rare and heartfelt details about her unique bond with none other than Lee Min-ho. Get ready because what you're about to hear isn't just another celebrity rumor or vague Instagram story. It's the real deal. The kind of behind-the-scenes truth that gives fans chills and brings unexpected tears of joy. So how did it all start? Many of you might remember the first time they were spotted at the same fashion event. Cameras flashing, fans screaming, and yet, there they were. Two icons from different Korean drama empires standing just inches away from each other. At the time, it felt like a one-off coincidence. No one could have guessed that those quiet glances and shared smiles would one day blossom into something so intimate, so deeply emotional. But now, with Song Hye-kyo's candid reveal, we finally have the answers we've been waiting for. In a recent private sit-down interview conducted in a serene countryside villa far away from the glitz of Seoul, Song Hye-kyo appeared more relaxed than ever. No makeup, no scripted lines, just her, sipping on green tea and baring her soul. The question that sparked the flood of emotion was simple. Is there someone you trust with your whole heart right now? What followed was silence. A long, contemplative pause. And then, like a whisper carried by the wind, she said, "Yes, Lee Min-ho." Let that sink in. For years, fans have speculated, but this is the first time she's confirmed that her relationship with Lee Min-ho goes far beyond casual friendship. And it wasn't just a surface-level statement. She went deep. Song Hye-kyo didn't hold back as she recounted their first proper conversation, a moment that unexpectedly changed the course of her life. "We were at an industry dinner," she said. "He came over to say hello very politely as he always does. But when he looked at me, it felt like he really saw me. Not the actress, not the celebrity. Just me." Now, if you're someone who's followed Song Hye-kyo's journey through the highs and lows, from the media whirlwind of her marriage and divorce to the intense spotlight that never quite leaves her, you know how rare and powerful that moment must have been. For someone like her to be seen for who she is behind the cameras is no small thing. But let's talk about how Lee Min-ho responded to her vulnerability. According to Song Hye-kyo, Lee Min-ho didn't just play the supportive friend role. He became her anchor. "I was in a very dark place emotionally," she admitted. "And he showed up when I wasn't expecting anyone to. He would check in quietly. He never pushed, never asked questions I wasn't ready to answer. He just stayed." And here's where things get even more emotional. She revealed that there were nights when she couldn't sleep, nights haunted by past regrets, the pressure of fame, and the ache of loneliness. "There was one night," she said, "I texted him at 2 a.m. just asking if he was awake. Not only did he respond, but he drove over just to talk. We didn't even say much that night. But he held my hand, and somehow, I knew I wasn't alone anymore." Are you tearing up yet? Because many fans online said they cried when they read her account. And the best part, it only gets better. Song Hye-kyo explained how their bond slowly evolved from companionship to something undeniably magnetic. "We didn't plan this," she said, laughing through the tears. "But love doesn't follow schedules or rules. It just grows." What makes this even more magical is the way Lee Min-ho made her believe in trust again. After everything she's been through, especially with public scrutiny and invasive press, Song Hye-kyo admitted that she had stopped believing in forever. "But Lee Min-ho reminded me that some connections don't come with an expiry date," she confessed. When asked what makes Lee Min-ho different from anyone she's ever met, Song Hye-kyo's eyes lit up with that unmistakable spark of admiration. "He listens," she said. "Not the kind of listening where someone is just waiting to speak, but the kind where he truly takes in your words, your fears, your silences. He hears the things I don't even say out loud." Can you imagine that? Two global icons finding peace in each other's quiet. That's the kind of love story dramas are made of. And yet, here they are living it in real life. She even recalled one specific memory that, in her words, felt like a scene from a K-drama. They had escaped to Jeju Island for a few days of privacy. The weather was cloudy, the air was crisp, and they were walking along the shore, just the two of them. No bodyguards, no photographers, no masks. Just two people holding hands. And then Lee Min-ho stopped, looked at her and said, "I don't care how long it takes. I just want to walk beside you." Honestly, who wouldn't fall for that? Now here's the twist. Song Hye-kyo admitted that she tried to push him away at first. "I didn't think I deserved that kind of love anymore," she said. "But he was patient. He waited for me to be ready. And when I finally was, he was still there, right where I left him." Their connection didn't just stay romantic either. According to her, they have a deeply rooted friendship at the core. They share books, exchange playlists, even cook together. "He makes the worst pancakes," she laughed. "But I still eat them because he tries so hard." It's the little moments, she said, that have created the deepest bonds. Not the red carpets or the award shows, but the late-night conversations, the inside jokes, and the shared silences. Fans who've been closely following both stars might have picked up on some subtle signs. The matching bracelets they both wore to a recent charity event. Confirmed. They bought them together on a spontaneous trip to Paris. And that cryptic photo Lee Min-ho posted of a woman's hand holding a cherry blossom. Yes, that was her hand. We didn't want to hide, she said. But we also wanted to protect what we have. The world can be cruel when it sees something pure. When asked about their future, Song Hye-kyo didn't shy away. We talk about it, she said. About building a life, away from the spotlight. Maybe even starting a family. But for now, we're just enjoying the journey. One step at a time. Now here's the part that made fans absolutely lose their minds. She revealed that Lee Min-ho has written her letters. Handwritten, heartfelt letters that she keeps in a small box by her bedside. He's old-fashioned like that, she smiled. And every time I read them, I remember why I fell in love. One of the letters, which she read aloud during the interview, included this line. If all you ever need is someone to be quiet with, to sit beside you when the world gets too loud, I'll be that person every day. Tell me that didn't just melt your heart. Fans have flooded social media with reactions. Some are rejoicing, saying this is the love story we all deserve to witness. Others are emotional, overwhelmed by the honesty and vulnerability shown by both stars. And many are simply relieved. Relieved that someone as deeply private and beloved as Song Hye-kyo has found her peace, her person, her home in someone as sincere and grounded as Lee Min-ho. But there's more. According to sources close to the couple, Lee Min-ho is already making arrangements to spend more time with her, possibly taking a break from back-to-back filming commitments to travel and simply live, something both of them have craved for years. We've always lived for our careers, Song Hye-kyo said. But now, maybe it's time we live for ourselves too. And you know what's truly beautiful? She made it clear that this bond didn't just save her. It helped him heal too. He had his own wounds, she said. But together we made each other feel whole again. That's what love should be, right? Not perfect, but healing. It's safe to say fans will never look at either of them the same way again. Because behind the photo shoots and press releases are two real people, holding on to something tender and true. Something that survived heartbreak, distance, and the prying eyes of the world. So if you've been rooting for them, know that your hope wasn't in vain. If you've ever dreamed of a love that feels like home, their story proves it exists. And if you're still searching, let this remind you that sometimes, love finds you when you least expect it, but exactly when you need it most. Now, the question everyone is asking, will there be a public appearance soon? A red carpet debut? Maybe even a joint interview? Song Hye-kyo smiled slyly at that question and simply said, stay tuned. The story's just beginning. And to every fan who has ever cheered for her happiness, she had a final message. Thank you. You made me brave enough to believe in love again. You heard it here. The fairy tale is real. The bond is deep. And Song Hye-kyo has never been more radiant, more at peace, or more in love. Lee Min-ho isn't just her co-star in this chapter of life. He's her quiet strength, her safe place, and perhaps her forever. So what do you think about their love story? Do you believe in soulmates after hearing this? Let's talk in the comments, because this right here is a love story worth celebrating. If you're feeling emotional, you're not alone. And if you're smiling through tears, you're one of us. The fans who never stopped hoping, and who now get to watch the most beautiful chapter unfold in real time. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe because you do not want to miss what comes next. Trust me, this is only the beginning.